subscribe and, like the video. So I guess I wasn't the only one who thought Kendrick wasn't being political enough. It seems like there was at least one dancer in Kendrick's crew that also thought the same and thought that he would take matters into his own hands. So this leads me to believe that if there were no charges for him, that he was falsely tackled, it seems. Yes, I did see this, by the way. People saying Kendrick Lamar should have used a halftime performance to make a statement like he didn't just have the same dancers who made up the American flag collapse into 100 individual swastikas. I don't know if that's what is going on here, but you're really dying on this hill. It's not a hill. I need you guys to understand something very important, okay? I need you to understand something very important. This is not a hill. If this is a hill for you, get better hills, okay? Like, we can have disagreements, especially on, artistic interpretation, especially in the realm of politics, especially when the artist itself that we're talking about is a very political artist. So I just need you to understand, this is not a hill that someone is dying on. We can have disagreements on this kind of stuff, especially because art is subject to interpretation. And it is very subjective. So everyone needs to cool their jets. This is not my opinion on something that is directly causing people to die, for example. Okay, please. Having said that, yeah, it's art. Art is not supposed to have. All art is supposed to be subjective in both the reception of it. He made plenty of political statements. It's whether they spoke to you or caught you, but you aren't a black American, but you caught the flag. Very interesting. Wait, no, I caught the political statements like with Uncle Sam and things of that nature, or the unapologetic blackness as a juxtaposition to what Uncle Sam was saying, what his demands were of Kendrick Lamar, the demands reflected by broader society that you're not supposed to be unapologetically black. I understand that. That wasn't necessarily hidden anyway. Also, I'm not a dumbass conservative who goes, there's a flag here, so this must mean it's pro-America. No, I got that. I got the fact that it was all black men that were comprising, that made up the flag, which is a testament to, how America was built on the backs of black men. Slavery. That wasn't even subtext. It was text in general. That's not what I'm talking about. You're forgetting those 3D trick pictures where you stare for a while and something jumps at you. Those have answers. I also thought that it was interesting. The revolution will be televised, but he is the wrong guy. I thought that statement was an interesting one in general. Maybe that was him basically saying, like, it could be something that people consider about Donald Trump potentially, or maybe he was saying you picked the right time but the wrong guy. As a formation during Humble, dancers in red, white, and blue formed the American flag. This powerful visual highlighted the gap between patriotic ideals and the reality of oppression, reinforcing Kendrick's message about marginalized communities. Uncle Sam, Samuel L. Jackson played Uncle Sam, symbolizing the U.S. government in a star-spangled suit. He criticized Kendrick for being too loud, too reckless, too ghetto, telling him to tighten up. This role highlighted how black artists are often pressured to tone down their voices and message. These weren't very hidden. These weren't like subtext. I would say these were just text. But yeah, wrong guy. Kendrick confirmed Biden or Buster. Yeah, that's what I think he was saying. He's a big Biden head, just like me. He's a Brandon head. With the flag being broken in half whilst being all black men could also be a testament to how black men are divided at the moment with how many voted for Trump. Not a lot of black men voted for Donald Trump. That's a media. If that was the underlying premise of the argument from Kendrick Lamar, he'd be wrong and deluded by media propaganda. Yeah, maybe he was a Bernard Sanders fan. He's saying that our revolution will be televised, but you got the wrong guy. That's what I think. Yeah. Over 80% of black men voted for Kamala. Yeah, I know. I've been a long time critic of this false notion that that black people are supposed to play the role of loyal servants of the Democratic Party unconditionally, and also simultaneously when there's like any sort of marginal changes that happen in terms of voting patterns with black men, they make a massive deal about it when other groups, other demographics in this country go by way wider margins to the Republican Party than black men. It's the tiniest shift, and it's something that I was very annoyed by, especially when Barack Obama came out and was like scolding black men and saying, maybe you guys are misogynistic. And there were chatters in here also telling me once again, this is a black people conversation. Your white ass doesn't understand. Your white ass simply doesn't understand that Barack Obama was having tough talk with black men. Remember when you guys said that? There were plenty of people in here saying that. Yeah, just saying. But yeah, as far as sitting my white ass down and listening, I'm a political commentator who is white. So I do sit my white ass down quite a bit, but I also do a lot of speaking. Stop acting like chat's a monolith. No, chat is not a monolith. Yeah, put the stream in the bag, big bro. Ben Shapiro's halftime show review. Actually, it's a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent. The only problem is I can't understand a word you're saying. But I just say this. Good luck. Live in peace. That's all I got for the halftime. Yeah, guy with a literal relationship with teenage girls section on Wikipedia didn't like Kendrick Lamar. What a surprise. Ted Nugent was one of them. Yeah, hey, Kendrick Lamar, you suck. Another person who was also obviously under a lot of legal and additional scrutiny was Matt Gaetz. He also didn't like Kendrick Lamar's performance. This is like Sneeko was another person who was pro Drake and anti Kendrick Lamar after this performance. I think that weirdly enough, this was just a self-report. The halftime show you just watched is clearly the regime's response to Trump's historic gains with black men. Or sorry, Matt Gaetz liked it because he thought, this is pro-Trump and pro-American patriotism and pro-white supremacy. Not understanding that, this was making fun of everyone that does stuff like Drake. Edingermentum got the Matt Walsh supercut. Yeah, you never stop complaining. The only people looking forward to this halftime show are the people who refer to their teams by their jersey colors. Lions-Vikings game features the most excruciating and effeminate halftime show the NFL's ever produced. That's why I was making a joke. I'm saying, like, Matt Walsh just wants, like, someone to play the accordion, Even then, he'd complain. He'd be like, this is, I'm not going to say the word, but this instrument is most commonly used by travelers. But he wouldn't use that word. He would use a different word for it. I don't like this. Matt Walsh is such a pro-racism kind of guy. He's like getting on board with European racism, even though Americans don't even know that that's like a bad word. Anyway, he wants a yodeler. Yeah. We want Tom McDonald, please. It's not a DEI for performance, as crazy people have said on Twitter. Like, what is the song had 200 millions on Super Bowl? Yeah, people say, chatter. You might understand. I hope you understand, rather. Okay? I hope you understand. When people say DEI, they just mean like black people or women or gay people. They just mean like anyone but a straight white guy. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. And now disabled people too is also DEI. That's what they're talking about. It's so obvious that it's just another substitution for insert whatever particular pejorative or slur for marginalized community. That's it. It's for people who are somewhat scared of saying the N-word, finding a new way to say it. That's it. You can try to endlessly pontificate and claim that that is not the case or that there's something more beyond it. I am just pissed I downloaded Tubi. You want to defend disabled people? Go ahead. Defend Fetterman? Okay, dude. Okay, well, that's a thing I won't be doing. All right? Yeah, it's what it is. I've talked about this before. American white supremacy and American bigotry, but specifically anti-black white supremacy, is so advanced because this is a nation built around advancing white supremacy. Okay? So it's very different than like other forms of bigotry that you normally experience or see. You can just point to something and everyone will understand what you're saying. DEI, CRT, woke, all of this stuff is different ways of pointing to the same exact thing, which is, why am I seeing black people? Okay, that's it. They don't have to say the N-word for people to understand exactly what the message is behind their criticism and their complaints.